Since the dawn of time, the sea has been a source of life, mystery, and endless adventure. It whispers stories of daring explorers, enduring voyages, and hidden treasures buried within its depth. Today, we invite you to embark on a journey through time and tide, a digital voyage into maritime tale like no other. This story is a tribute to the spirit of discovery, resilience, and the enduring bond between humanity and the vast oceans that shape our world. David's journey aboard the MV Poseidon has begun with excitement and nerves. As a new cadet, he was determined to learn and grow, but he never imagined the mysteries and dangers that awaited him at sea. The first few weeks were filled with routine tasks and camaraderie among the crew. But strange things started happening that David couldn't explain. One night, David was tasked with inspecting hold 3. The moment he entered, an eerie chill filled the air, and the faint scent of seawater seemed to linger unnaturally as he moved deeper into the hold. He heard it, a faint, sorrowful crying, like a child's voice. He froze his flashlight, trembling in his hand. Suddenly, the beam flickered, and in its brief glow, he saw something dart across the far corner. It wasn't human. It had a hunch-scaled body and glowing blue eyes. The creature let out a hiss before vanishing into the shadows. David bolted from the hold, slamming the door behind him. When he reported it to the bosun, the older man only nodded grimly. "The stories are true," he said. "The sea doesn't let all its creatures stay beneath the waves."
A week later, David was on deck during the night watch. The seas were calm, the moon casting an eerie glow over the water. As he leaned against the railing, something caught his eye. A faint, bioluminescent glow beneath the surface. At first, he thought it was a plankton or jellyfish, but the light moved too purposefully. It wasn't long before the shape revealed itself. A massive serpentine creature with shimmering scales and glowing fins. Its eyes, golden and piercing, locked into David as it slowly rose to the surface. Its body undulated like a wave, and sharp, glistening teeth emerged as it let out a low, resonant growl. David stumbled back, heart pounding, as the creature disappeared into the depths. Just as he thought it was gone, a swarm of smaller creatures emerged from the water. They were fish-like but with elongated limbs and razor-sharp fins, leaping into the deck before slithering back into the ocean. The commotion woke the rest of the crew, who rushed to investigate. "Looks like the sea doesn't want us here tonight," the chief mate muttered as his face so pale.
Later, the captain called David to the bridge and shared a story about his own terrifying encounter at sea. "Years ago, I was aboard the rescue vessel that found the orangutan," he began. "The ship was adrift, its crew dead, their faces frozen in terror. The walls of the cargo hold were gouged with claw marks, and in the shadows we saw them. The giant tentacles and coiled tails disappearing just out of sight. But the worst was what followed us back." The captain's expression darkened. "One night, as we towed the ships, a creature surfaced. A beast larger than anything I've ever seen. Its body shimmered like molten silver, and it had tendrils stretching hundreds of meters, covered in bioluminescent spots. It dragged the orangutan down into the deeps, roaring as it went. We barely escaped before the ship exploded."
The captain sighed deeply, his voice heavy with mourning. "These waters are their domain. In and out here, we are visitors. Sometimes we are prey." David could not shake the feelings that the NV Poseidon was being watched. Between the cries in whole tree, the glowing serpents, and the captain tail, it was clear that the sea was filled with more than just fish and waves. One night, while on another watch, he saw it again, the shimmering serpent creature from before. This time, it was surrounded by smaller sea creatures, anglefish-like monsters with jagged teeth and eerie lights dangling from their foreheads. They swarmed the ship, cycling like predators.
David sounded the alarm, and the crew scrambled to secure the vessel. The creatures didn't attack, but seemed to study them, their glowing eyes following every move. Just as suddenly as they appeared, they vanished into the depths, leaving the crew shaken but unharmed. From that moment, David carried a deep respect and fear for the sea. It wasn't just the waves or storms that made it dangerous, but the ancient, powerful creatures lurking beneath the surface, guarding their watery domain.